common thanks to their basketball skills, you might assume they had a great relationship, but that wasn't always the case. Things turned sour between Kobe Bryant and his parents in 2013 when, per ESPN, his mother Pam tried to sell her memorabilia from her son's high school days in Pennsylvania and his early years with the Los Angeles Lakers. This included the NBA star's jerseys, practice gear, and sweatsuits from Lower Merion High School.
250 Gemstones culture represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. We are more than journalism. We are a revolution. Come on, let's kick this door down and let everybody know we up in here. Welcome to the 250 Gemstones News TV channel. I am your host, Michael T. Porter. I'm bringing the news to your ass like no other. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I have another bomb news segment for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. If you like to support the channel, Cash App, $ Michael US. So grateful. Also, check out my Spotify podcast, the 250 Gemstones Culture Podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. Kobe Bryant's father has passed away recently. And Kobe and his father were never really on good terms for a long time. Him and actually Kobe's parents, mom and dad, Kobe didn't see eye to eye with both of his parents. Word on them streets, they didn't show up to his wedding. All kinds of stuff. Never showed up to the most important things in his life. They begging. They try to hustle Kobe Bryant. They tried to muscle him. Back dorm, front dorm, side dorm. They just be doing Kobe so dirty throughout his whole life. I got a video I want to play for y'all, and I'm going to be right back with you to give you my opinion. Let's go.
Former NBA star Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California on January 26, 2020. His 13-year-old daughter Gianna also died in the tragic accident. Among those grieving the terrible loss are Kobe's parents, Joe and Pam Bryant. Though Kobe's sometimes rocky relationship with his parents has made headlines in the past, it's clear that his mom and dad were proud of their son and his career. In 2017, Joe Bryant talked to Respect magazine about Kobe's motivation and drive, saying, "He enjoys the game. He likes the challenge. These kids come out of school and they worry about being a number 1 pick, number 2 pick. I think it's more important that you get with the right organization, and Kobe was able to do that. And as you see, playing with one organization is really something special." Kobe's father certainly had the personal experience to back up his sports analysis. Joe Jellybean Bryant was also a former NBA player who went on to coach both in the United States and abroad. Joe was drafted into the NBA by the Golden State Warriors, but started his career playing for the Philadelphia 76ers, where he played for 4 seasons before being traded to the San Diego Clippers, where he played for 3 years. Finally, he took to the court for the Houston Rockets until 1983. At that time, he left the NBA and moved to Europe, bringing his family with him to play for another 7 years. After retiring as a player, Joe remained involved in the sport. He coached in Europe and then in the United States, where he was offered a role as an assistant coach at his alma mater, La Salle University. Fans of the WNBA may have also spotted him as the head coach of the Los Angeles Sparks, a position he filled from 2005 until 2007. Since Joe and his son had a lot in common thanks to their basketball skills, you might assume they had a great relationship, but that wasn't always the case. Things turned sour between Kobe Bryant and his parents in 2013 when, per ESPN, his mother Pam tried to sell her memorabilia from her son's high school days in Pennsylvania and his early years with the Los Angeles Lakers. This included the NBA star's jerseys, practice gear, and sweatsuits from Lower Merion High School, varsity letters, a trophy, and a signed basketball from the 2000 NBA championship game. And then there were rings for the 1996 Pennsylvania High School Championship, a pair that the Lakers made for Bryant's parents for the 2000 NBA championship, and one from the 1998 NBA All-Star Game. Why was Pamela doing this? She allegedly wanted a new house. Kobe reportedly gave his parents millions of dollars in financial assistance over the years and even offered to give his mother $250,000 toward a home she wanted, but she allegedly wanted $450,000. When Kobe balked, she made a deal to get the $450,000 as an advance through an auction company.
I get my competitiveness from my mother, that's for sure.
Kobe spoke about the situation in 2016, telling ESPN, "Our relationship is I say to them, I'm going to buy you a very nice home, and the response is, that's not good enough, then you're selling my." Kobe was reportedly not on speaking terms with his mother at the time, and it wasn't the first time that Pam and Kobe were on the outs. Pam reportedly didn't attend Kobe's wedding because she thought he was too young to get hitched. According to Heavy, after Kobe and his wife Vanessa welcomed their first child, Natalia, in 2003, Kobe and his mother were able to mend their relationship. While they faced more issues in later years, including the memorabilia incident, that surely all seems insignificant now that Kobe has passed. When asked if she had anything to say about losing her son, the Sun reported that Pamela understandably responded by saying, quote, "Not right now." A source who spoke outside of Kobe's sister, Sharia's house, explained, "Right now they have nothing to say, but they are obviously heartbroken. There will not be any comments from the family right away. At some point, the family will be reaching out, but right now we are all in shock. Right now, they're just trying to be a family." Our condolences to Kobe's grieving family and friends.
Kobe's parents were at the funeral, at the memorial, but neither one of them got on stage to speak.
Now, I was reading some little things here and there where people were acting like his parents might have been disrespected in some sort of way, like they weren't acknowledged and so. I don't know. Like, this is the little, like, chirpings that I'm hearing here and there in social media and shit like that. Do you know anything about this?
Well, Kobe's parents weren't in his life for a very long time. In fact, they were against him marrying Vanessa. They didn't go to the wedding.
Oh, really? I didn't know all of this.
Yeah, and they've pretty much have been excommunicated the whole time, from what I understand. There was even some stuff that happened where they were selling some of his memorabilia because he wasn't really financially supporting them and so forth. Not that he has to. Not that he has to. These are two grown people. But there was a split, and I think
the people that brought you into this goddamn world,
right,
gave you your talents. Didn't his pops train him and all that in basketball and all that type of shit?
Well, his dad was a professional basketball player.
So where you think these gifts come from? You can't, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother conversation, but I don't know the whole dynamics of it, but you know, you gotta respect your parents, man.
I would have really liked to see Kobe's father speak at his funeral. I think that would have been very poignant. And I think that everyone would have really appreciated it. And his mother, too.
Did his sister speak?
I don't think so. I think this was just a celebrity thing.
Really?
Yeah, they actually charged for admission. It was like, tickets were like $200-some.
Wow.
Yeah, there were some things that kind of went on with this.
What does that money go towards?
I don't know, maybe to cover the cost of the Staples Center. But then again, Nipsey, when he got buried, you know, when he had his memorial at Staples Center, it was free. When Michael Jackson had his memorial, it was free. There are costs associated with this, but
usually
if Nipsey
somebody
could pay for it.
Yeah, somebody eats those costs in order to.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe's estate is worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There was a few moves that were done around that I don't fully agree with. But then again, I'm not the family, so who am I to say anything?
Right. And who knows if you're thinking clearly at a time like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whether you're even handling this part, right?
Right. This could have been somebody. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, yeah, because you know, Vanessa is suing the helicopter company.
Yes.
Which I'm sure all the other people are going to also.
Right.
You know, it's going to be a clusterfuck of legal fees and lawsuits and.
Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like some of this 250 Gemstones news TV commentary? Well, of course you do. That's why your ass is here. I think that our expectations of our parents overall, not just Kobe Bryant, I think that our expectations for our parents are too high. When you really begin to see as you become an adult and you really begin to see the type of person that brought you into this world, you're like, oh my God, this is a person that God has allowed to have children. This is a person that God has allowed to have authority of an innocent child over a miracle. This is the person that has been granted the leeway to guide and mold another human being. This person ain't done being guided and molded. This person doesn't even know how to follow authority, which is God. This person is a complete mess. So as you get older, you look at your parents like, a lot of us look at our parents like, y'all not too good. I mean, just wow. And then most of us will grow up with our parents for at least 18 to 20 years, and their households has 2 decades of living with this person. So it's kind of hard to bury your perception of your parents. Even if you forgive your parents, it's like when you're a child, you expect your parents to give your best, to give them their best to you, right? But in most instances, that's not the case. Once again, when you are a child, when you come into this world, when you're growing up the first 20 years of your life, you expect your parents to give their absolute best to you. But in most, I want to say in 85% of the households, especially in the black neighborhood, that is not the case. Most people are not, they may be good people, but they awful parents. To be a good parent, you have to be in the right mindset. To be a good parent, you have to have a vision of how your child, how you want your child to grow up to be. You have to have a vision for yourself. Are you going too hard? Are you going too soft? Are you there for your kids? Or do you have a bond with your son? Do you have a strong bond with your daughter? A lot of these parents, they just have kids and it's just like a little person walking around and that's it. They give them some clothes and some food and that's pretty much to send their ass off to school. And that's pretty much it. That's the overall. Kobe Bryant, there's much more that was going on in that household. It's obvious. I'm not understanding why Kobe Bryant would have his parents struggling. I'm not sure why. And then Vlad says something stupid. Vlad's always saying, Vlad feels that if the kids make it, they shouldn't do nothing for whoever made it, the son, the kids that make it, son or daughter that make it big, they shouldn't help their parents. He said they don't have to. Now you're right, they don't have to, but there is a slight obligation if the parents are really there. If the parents, were absolutely supportive in all that they do. Because maybe that's the vision. I have a vision of my son playing in the NBA like LeVar Ball. His vision was his sons to play in the NBA. He got 2 of them in there. This has been his vision before them kids were born. And I can't even knock the man. Now, there may be a little pushback because he probably said some outlandish things. He probably doing a little bit too much. But he's just a confident black man, right? He's a confident black man. And sometimes that could be a little bit problem. You have a vision. Probably the kids don't want to be a part of that vision. Maybe, LeVar Ball want his kids to play in the NBA, but the kids want to go into engineering. They want to be a pilot. They want to do something else. And that's things, those conversations that parents and children need to have, son, I think you're talented. You can go far with your talent. And you can always go back and be a pilot or whatever. But I think while you're young and while you're agile, while your legs are fresh, you can make a lot of money and make a name for yourself, and you can build off of that. And those are the conversations. But there's much more to Kobe Bryant. I'm not understanding why they're trying to rob Kobe, and Kobe said he was going to help. They said the mom wanted a home that was $450K, and Kobe Bryant only gave them $250K. And I guess she sold his memorabilia, was worth a lot of money to go get that damn house. I mean, that house is that important that you would sell. See, when you sell memorabilia, that's what's called memorabilia, is very rare because it captured a moment in a person's life. It captured a moment in which a person, especially like a high achievement, prom, this is your childhood thing. You're never going to get this back. Even right now as I'm talking, this moment won't ever happen again. So life is real precious like that. But it's even more precious because, of course, Kobe is a superstar, but Lower Merion is where he really began to make a name for himself, and it meant the world to him. it means the world to his fans, but it means even more to Kobe Bryant. So for her to sell that, knowing how sentimental this was, it reveals her her character, and then they didn't show up to the wedding. I think their main beef was selling his memorabilia, and they not showing up to the wedding. I'm trying to figure out why they didn't go to the wedding. They saying that his mom felt he was too young, in which I disagree. I feel youngsters should get married. It wasn't that he was too young. They felt that she might be a gold digger. He might be green to how women operate. I think that's what she mean. Now I think her intentions may have been good, like, you too young, don't lock in. But would you rather him? I feel like if you have uncertainties, parents need to jump in. Both parents, her parents on Vanessa's side, Kobe Bryant's parents, they all need to come together, because this is serious business. This is a lifelong business that they're about to enter, and it can't seem overwhelming. But when you're talking about growing, when you're talking about building, when you're talking about having estates, when you're talking about getting your life insurance together, making money off that, when you're talking about having certified deposits, when you're talking about getting all your ducks in a row, when you're talking about having a lifestyle of traveling and working together and getting degrees and going to school, this is a lifelong journey with your wife, with your husband. It is a beautiful thing to get it done early. Would you rather Kobe Bryant out here and have all these kids? What's better, to have one woman? Let's say if Vanessa and Kobe Bryant didn't work out. Is it better to have one woman, which is Vanessa, with 3 or 4 kids, divorce him? Or would you rather have multiple women? Or would you rather have Kobe Bryant out here knocking up multiple women? You got all these women coming after him for child support. So I think it's best just to have one. If it don't work out, okay, I got married, it didn't work out, but it shows maturity. When he say, oh, yeah, I got divorced. I was young when I got married, but I was marriage minded. I was ready to grow with her. I loved her. I want her to be part of my greatness. Rather than, yeah, I'm a great basketball player, I'm just slanging this thing, and, you know, I'm knocking her up. She looked good to me. She bent that thing over, and I lost my mind. So you gotta think of it like that. So I think his mother had good intentions, or maybe she could have had evil intentions. You know, because when Kobe Bryant gets married, everything goes to his wife, and it seems like his mom was money hungry. And I think she saw Vanessa Bryant as a threat. Like, okay, once my son get married, she's the, closest to kin, next to kin. Meaning that if anything happens to Kobe, everything goes to his wife first, and then everybody else get the scraps. And she's seen that ahead of time. I think she might have evil intent. She didn't want Kobe Bryant to get married because, well, eventually he's going to get married. I mean, like, come on, woman. But she didn't want all that money going to Vanessa. Dr. Umar kind of touched on that too, how black money, Kobe Bryant, he black, and his money is going to another community, the Latino community. So it goes deep, but there's a lot of problems that they had, and it's unfortunate that Kobe Bryant and his parents never got to really resolve the issues. Now, the mother, Kobe Bryant's mom, she lost her son, she lost her husband, and she lost her granddaughter. So I don't know, it's a lot going on with the Bryant family. It's unfortunate. A lot of us can relate. Some of us can't. Some of us, I think we all can relate. We all got some, most of us come from these even if you come from an affluent, there's just something wrong with our parents. But we gotta try to forgive and move on. We gotta try to, in order to be great, we gotta make a great decision. And a great decision is forgiving your parents and allowing God to give you the strength to let go and get on with your life. But y'all flood my comments. What do y'all think about Kobe Bryant's father passing away without truly hashing it out and coming to amends with his son, Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant? 250 capital G. I'm gone.